Well, g'day everyone. Here I am with Josh Perry, better known as Pezza's Tassie Butcher and Tassie's own MasterChef. How you going, Josh?
Yeah, good, thanks.
And what do you got here for us today, mate? This looks like a bit of fantastic beef here, some locally grown carrots and a few other things. What have we got?
Well, today we're going to cook up a beautiful Cape Grim ribeye. We're going to do some nice little baby Dutch carrots and some broccolini, which we're just going to steam just to add that beautiful, as we talked about, them beautiful fresh veggies to the plate. I've just made a confit of potato here, which has got local Robbins Island Wagyu dripping that I've made in the shop, and it's all layered through there. So we'll try and get a nice crunch on the outside of that.
What would you like me to do, mate? How about those carrots? I'll get into those.
Carrots and the broccolini going. I'll get onto that steak because he's going to take a bit to cook. As you can see, it's a decent sized steak. So we'll grab a nice little bit of oil. We'll just get that pan. We want our pan nice and smoking hot, you know, to sear that beautiful goodness in that steak. This is my Beefalicious. So this is the
Beefalicious.
Just the Beefalicious. I had to come up with a couple of names, you know. So we'll just generally just put a nice little layer of that all over. It's got the garlic, the ginger, the mushrooms, the salt, the pepper, all the goodies in it, and it's just going to really lift this steak. So that's what we want to hear, that beautiful sear. First off, to get that nice render on the steak, and then we'll cook it nice and slow and baste it off with a bit of butter, some thyme and garlic just to bring it together. Just try and, while we're going, we'll sear them outside edges. We'll render all that fat down nicely. We'll just cut the tails off them broccolini because we can put them in a sec, but they won't take as long as the carrots. Yeah, right. So we'll just sit them over there. But you want that nice and hot in your pan, really to sear in the flavours. You know, and it's the same which I learned on the comp more than anywhere, is you got to rest your steak as long as you cook it. But I normally sear it and get a beautiful colour on it all round, like we're getting. Finish it off and baste a bit of butter and some garlic and some thyme and throw it over top, and then chuck it in the oven to finish it off for about 5 or 6 minutes. And then what we want to do is we just want to tilt the pan a little bit as that's all, and we want to baste that and get that beautiful flavours over that steak. That garlic, that thyme, all that goodness. So we just want to let it sit and keep cooking in that sort of butter, and just every time we flick it, we're just going to give it a little bit more of a baste. What we'll do is we'll put that onto the tray like that. And knowing that this steak, just like we said with probing, I reckon that's going to be sitting around 20 or 30.
And so that's just to be almost just above rare then?
We want to get that to about 52 or 3 because it'll go up a little bit more. And look, we'll just tip that beautiful juice over top of there. Them carrots now have been in for about 10 or 15. They'll be starting to get tender. The broccolini's not going to take as long, so we'll just chuck that in that steamer. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of yellow in there, just in that pan, because we're going to make a nice, give that a spark for me. Yeah, I might just put it down. Ooh, there we go.
You're guilty.
So we're going to flambe. What we're doing there is we're burning off the alcohol. Oh, sorry, I didn't think it was going to go like that.
That's excellent.
You're right. So you're really starting to see the Pezza now.
You were always a natural cook, were you, Josh? How did it come about? Were you
I love cooking. That's the main
like
thing.
when you were a kid and all that, or you just grow into it?
I just Nan was a great cook. You see Nan on the show. We talk about Nan a little bit. Nana Marg, and she was a chef at the Stanley Hotel for a lot of years, and Mum and Auntie are really good cooks, so I just love cooking. I hate cleaning up, but I love cooking. So, and it's just the next thing. I guess I found a bit of a natural ability in it, and I thought, let's take it to the next level.
I love spud. Kenneback's my favourite spud. Very versatile. But that looks pretty special. How have you created all that, Josh?
Look, this is some local spuds from home, so they're Dutch creams. What I've done is I've put them over a mandolin and shaved them really, really finely. Mixed them through some Robbins Island Wagyu fat, which I render down and sell in the shop. And then we put that through, and then I've layered it in a tray overnight, and I've pushed it down with some weights of like some cans of baked beans to squash all that moisture down and hopefully get a really nice crunch on the outside. See that steak's got to 50 now?
Yeah.
We're not far off.
Gosh, look at that.
So I'd reckon another 2 minutes and we'll be rocking and rolling. We just want to put a couple of nice little chunks of butter in there, and they'll just slowly out. We've got to be really careful with butter when we put that in there. If we had kept the heat on, the butter sometimes will now curdle in this thing, or it'll separate, and we don't want that. It might make our sauce look really gritty and yucky, so we'll just keep moving there like that. See how that's just gone really glossy now?
Yep.
It's like the difference between gloss paint and just normal paint, so that'll just end. And we just tried it a minute ago, let's just try it again. And that's just lifted that sauce tenfold. We'll grab that steak out of the pan. It's been doing all its good work for us. And we'll just sit it there. We'll just let it rest for a bit. So I reckon a good 8-10 minutes on that.
So tell us about the steak now. It's you've let it settle for, as you say, about as long as it takes to cook.
Yep.
So
I reckon we've given it 8 minutes, and it probably cooked 15, 20. So it's not quite as long, but you just want to let it relax. You can see that the juices have come out of that now, and it's relaxed and it's contracted back in, and it's absorbed as much moisture as it's going to. Hopefully it's cooked well, or I'm going to be in real trouble. It's hard to cook a steak like this perfectly all the way through, but once we get into the middle, we should be seeing that beautiful medium rare, as you can see there.
Yeah, look at that.
I think that's just spot on.
gosh.
Yeah, look, there's only one way to try it. It should melt in your mouth. If it doesn't, I'm going to just flog the boys when I get home. So.
So here we are, the most magnificent example of Pezza's meat and 3 veg, local produce, which is so fantastic, which we know we're all proud of, as we're proud of you and all of you achieved. And so what's next?
Oh, I don't know what's next for Pezza, to be honest with you, or Josh Perry. I don't know what's next for me, to be honest with you. I'd love to start a restaurant. I really would down at home. I think we're lacking that. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed and keep your eye out, and I'm sure something's going to pop up.
Oh, mate, we'll be most certainly getting in the car, travelling to the beautiful northwest, Circular Head, magnificent place that we've spoken about, and it'd be great to front up and have one of these in your restaurant. So well done, congratulations, and thank you.
Good on you.